World number one, Matt Wilkinson, talking about his season on tour and coming here to the J-Bay Open, which has provided him some amazing highlights in an epic career. This year, his best ever, as he's held on to the Jeep yellow jersey from the very start of the season. And now here at stop number 6 of the Samsung Galaxy Championship Tour, Wilco in a matchup with Alejo Muniz. 35-minute heat scored on their top two, and winner will move on to round 4 to take on Michelle Perez and Kelly Slater as this one continues. We can fix it.
Interesting where these guys started out this heat. They started out down the point, and here's the first set.
Wilco's going to take the first wave. A little bit deep, he's got to kick out, so Alejo will have priority, and he's already repositioning a little bit further down the line. Already driving with a lot of speed, coming around the corner, blitzing that first section. Another big jam off the top. Muniz lights it up off the lip again, off the bottom, and closes it out nice and tight. Muniz loves to play spoiler throughout his career. He's so consistent here at Jeffreys Bay. We just see Wilco real quick. He caught another wave, Pete.
Yeah, and he went down too real quickly. So start right now, advantage heavily to Alejo Muniz. You know, the forehand is going to be, I think, an advantage today, especially in these early morning heats, just because you're able to chase it down, and your maneuvers in and out are so much quicker. I mean, that was that snap move that kept him flying down the line there again, get some release. This wave slows up for him right here too, which really helped out to get 2 moves for that final explanation point on the exclamation point. It's not an explanation, it's an exclamation. And there's the fall from, you know, there was that it was interesting because I was kind of watching out to sea, and Alejo made the choice to go on the first wave, and it felt like maybe the second one was going to be a little bit bigger, but good choice by Alejo. You know, like a good coach basically can kind of tap into those emotions and be able to read the personalities and find out what those tricks are to turn someone, if they're, like I said, if they're down, to turn them up, you know, and if you're seeing something that maybe a little bit too amped up, let's figure out a way to dial you in to the perfect competition mode.
He always loves it, but that's when he can really perform and wind up in those tight transitions. Wilco uses priority for this wave. Snaps it off the lip to get down the line. Quick in transition again, and blitzes the finishing move. Really impressive control for Matt Wilkinson to get his best score so far.
Okay, so again, didn't cover the same amount of ground. I feel like we'll take a look here real quick before I kind of put myself out there as far as the scores goes. You know, the beginning, he was able to tap that section, but here he starts to get loose. Again, being able to direct that board back towards the ocean, or sorry, back towards the land, you know, directing it, whipping it, that's challenging. You know, that's what that backside allows you to do, is be able to whip it back in, and he's so quick in transition, you know, 3 turns in succession, and was able to finish. Again, didn't cover a ton of ground, but he did have some high quality moves there. So, gosh, I think it's right there with the 5.5, maybe a tinge more.
So we've got Strider Wazalewski for the water angle. Take us through your favorite part of this wave, Waz.
Well, I like the finish. I mean, the setup for the beginning was okay. That snap right there, but then straight up into the bowl, and then the finish, bang, right there, right over the rocks. I mean, it is so shallow on that inside corner. You saw him when after the wave, he's literally in ankle-deep water. So these guys are finishing up right on the bricks, which, you know, is unfortunate, but a reality for today.
Thank you, Strider. We're going to catch up with you in just a moment because we've got a wave here for Matt Wilkinson. Tiny little insider, but he already has one big move off the top, quickly off the coping. He's out. 2-turn combo. Alejo looks interested in the next wave. Muniz just up and out, looking to hold priority. Alejo with the bigger wave, but the quality turns from Wilco, earns himself a 5-6-7, and actually outperformed Muniz by just a touch.
Yeah, and I mean, if you probably put the comparison to the judges, you'll see that maybe it was a 3-2 split and who had the higher range there, but the 5.67 puts Wilco out front just by the slightest of margins, but a pretty even Steven.
So 25 minutes on the clock. Last score for Wilco, just a 2-turn combo, is a 2.6. He's using that number as his low score in his top 2. Great to hear from Michel Perez talking about his training and warm-ups for big heats like that against Sebastian Zietz as he moves on into round 4 action. We've really seen a lot of surfers over the years train with jiu-jitsu on the sidelines when the waves are flat to really stay comfortable in some heavy situations.
We just saw a bit of change in priority, an error there from Alejo Muniz. He utilized it on this closeout, did not get anything out of it. It shuts down on him quickly. Now you can see Wilco retains priority and he's moved back down. So the shift was made.
You know, the conditions are absolutely perfect. The waves have just not come. I mean, it's really small, really just kind of unfortunate.
So we can close out this world title race before heading into Hawaii. Locking in on this inside is Alejo. Just stepping on a wave up and out. He lost priority, so he's free to roam and just check out waves. Both have finaled up in Bolito at the QS 10,000. Alejo's won that event. During the break, Pete, Wilco kept on swinging.
He did, and he improved from a 2.6 as his low score now to a 3.27, so making that allocation for Alejo slightly higher.
Muniz needs a 3.45 for the lead change. 7:10 to go. All these little lines are big decisions for the world's best today. Wilco will take this wave. Couple of quick turns off the lip. Light on his feet and keeps on hitting it off the roof. He'll sink and run out of water on the finish.
So Alejo making the choice not to take that wave. And, you know, I feel like it might have improved his situation slightly for Wilco. Not going to be by a ton.
And now the next opportunity setting up for the Brazilian, Alejo Muniz. Hard off the bottom. Nice little snap off the lip. Harder on the second move. Jams it well in the third and has a little finishing move right on the bricks. That was the wave he was waiting for, Peter.
Yeah, and feels like that shift is going to change in the lead. Although we still have lots of time. Wow, look how shallow it is. I mean, he's literally in ankle-deep water finishing up. Got all his fins there. I'll tell you, Alejo felt like he did it. Let's take a look at this one first. This is the wave that Alejo let Wilco take. Quick snap, and then he gets that rhythm. Gets a third move here. And then this one I wouldn't say is necessarily complete. There was control there, though. It wasn't like it was a fall. I mean, he literally just didn't want to lose fins. And then this is slightly bigger. That turn down the line, this is where it starts to get a little more spicy for Alejo. Although, you know, one thing that I think you can kind of look at that wave and say there wasn't a ton of variety. I mean, each and every snap pretty similar, but he did keep his speed. See again, this is that same kind of snap that he has where he brings that arm back. That's that Alejo snap. Again, you'll see the arm movement very similar again. And then this final move, he loved it. Now, it's going to be about comparisons.
4:40 to go, passing the 5-minute warning in round 3, heat 6. Numbers in for Wilco, 4.60. So he did improve like you thought, Pete. Then Muniz was left out back for a solid wave, a 6.07. That's the best wave of this heat so far. Alejo back in first. Wilco now needs a 5.91 to save himself in this matchup with 4:15 to go.
As you take a look here, the judges are having a look at all three of the highest scoring waves. This was the 5.67 from Matt Wilkinson. This was the 5.5. You can see a bit of ripples on the face. This one a lot more horizontal, but he did carry a ton of speed down the line. Good size wave. A little layback snap to finish. Again, kind of similar approach. And then this is the last of blue. This is the best wave of the heat. I mean, you know, my gut said when I first saw this exchange go down that Alejo was going to take the lead.
2-minute mark. Will this wave be a crucial wave in the world title race? We'll find out now. Wilco needs a 5.91. First snap, nice and solid. Ditches the fins, and he goes down. Thank you, Strider. 40 seconds to go here. Muniz is going to use priority on Matt Wilkinson. Muniz now just playing defense to start, but he's going to perform. One big forehand jam. Speed snap down the line. Here comes the float. He'll land in the flats beautifully. And the big part of that one was just keeping off Matt Wilkinson, world #1, and makes this world title race in 2016 just a little bit more interesting. Let's see what happened, Pete.
Yeah, this is, you know, you see races where he tries to get a little loose. You know, he pushes the fins and goes flat, and you can see that is just shattering for those two, because it was it was an amazing opportunity. That was the biggest wave of the heat, and all he needed to do is just ride it, and he just got a little too excited.
A huge upset here at the J-Bay Open, first thing in the morning. Alejo Muniz living up to his big name as a giant killer.